Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron, I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. Thank you so much for being with us. We're looking at how many of the most popular modern Bible versions actually diverge from the Hebrew Masoretic text, which most people would agree across scholarship that the Masoretic text is in fact the most accurate representation of the Hebrew Bible. And I've got a lot of videos on that. I mean, you can go back to Paleo Hebrew, you can go back to Ezra, you can go back to the Dead Sea Scrolls, you can go back to the Ketef Hinnom Silver Scroll, and so many other things showing that. And even the three groups of scribes that predated the Masoretes. And the Masoretes started a lot earlier than a lot of people give them credit for, but then there were three groups that preserved even before that. And so you got Josephus, first century, saying that the Jews would rather die than change one letter of the Bible. And Jesus said that God was going to preserve even the jots and the tittles, parts of Hebrew letters. So let's get started. This is Will Kinney, brandpluckedwebs.com. So we're looking at the Old Testament, and so he's got this incredible amount of information all over this website. The following short list is just a sampling of the divergent and confusing readings found among the contradictory modern Bible versions. There are numerous other examples, but this is just a few to make you aware of what's going on with the later scholarship findings. And so I hear from many unbelievers in the existence of a complete or infallible Bible when they say, I'm not a Bible agnostic. You don't know my heart. How can you say I'm a Bible agnostic and unbeliever? And the inerrancy in the Bible, how dare you? You're being judgmental. So I ask them if they're willing to take the Bible agnostic test. This is kind of just humorous. A Bible agnostic is someone who does not know for sure what God said in many instances. Just go through this first part where you'll find about 20 examples of completely different names and numbers in today's Bible versions. He makes some kind of disparaging things. You can tell Ruckman, Ripplinger, man, if they would just write maybe more scholarly, and I know Ruckman's passed, that I think more people would take them seriously because they've got a lot of great information. Tell us in which readings are the ones God inspired in his book. Just pick one example if you like and let us know. Most Bible agnostics simply dodge the whole test and refuse to answer it. So among these historic details are whether Jeremiah 27:1 reads Jehoiakim. Okay, so in Jeremiah 27:1, there's Jehoiakim written. The Hebrew texts say that. The Revised Version, the ASV, the New King James says that, the KJV, the ISV, the Douay-Rheims, the St. Joseph's New American Bible, 1970, or Zedekiah. So you're talking about two different people, Jehoiakim or Zedekiah, RSV, NIV, NASB, ESV, NET, Holman, Catholic, New Jerusalem, 1985. And when it says Holman, I would guess the Christian Standard would as well, but I don't know that for sure. So now, is Jehoiakim just another name for Zedekiah? I don't know. I don't think so. But no, I say I don't know. No, it's not. So, I mean, you have this dramatic difference in the Old Testament. So we find another one, Judges 18:30, Manasseh or Moses. In the King James, it says, and the children of Dan set up the graven image, and Jonathan, the son of Gershom, the son of Manasseh, he and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan until the day of the captivity of the land. The ESV, NIV, NET, Holman Christian Standard, Catholic Virgins, Jehovah's Witness, New World Translation, and the people of Dan set up the carved image for themselves. And Jonathan, the son of Gershom, son of Moses, and his sons were priests to the tribes of the Danites until the day of the captivity of the land. So, I mean, is it Manasseh or is it Moses? And then it's got a link you can click to where he goes into why it should be Manasseh. Because the NASB 1971 through 220 says that, the ISV of 214, the Geneva Bible, the Young's, the NKJV, all say Manasseh. And he goes into what the Tanakh says. of 1998, it says Manasseh. The Ancient Hebrew Bible of 1907 says Manasseh. Hebrew Transliteration Scriptures of 210 says Manasseh. The Orthodox Jewish Bible of 211 says Manasseh. The Hebrew Interlinear says Manasseh. Lamsa's 1936. The Syriac Peshitta says Manasseh. The modern Greek Bible says Manasseh. I'm assuming that'd be the Septuagint. Coverdale Great Bible, Matthew's Bible, Bishop's Bible, on and on, just tons of do Manasseh. Green's Literal, the Word of Yah Bible. Foreign language Bibles have ton. But then you have Moses in some. And so it goes into why. So Darby's translation wrongly reads Moses instead of Manasseh, but he comments, the Septuagint and others read Manasseh, but Jewish authority, followed by Jerome, supports the opinion that the text was corrupted. So Brenton's Septuagint clearly says Manasseh. The New Brenton, which is kind of the standard Septuagint, says that. But the NKJV says Septuagint and Vulgate says Moses. This is a false footnote. And so he keeps going to just tremendous, because what he does is he doesn't just take their word for it, he examines their word, and then it turns out their word is actually wrong. So Moses, or Manasseh seems to be the correct reading. And then 1 Samuel 6:19, 50,070 men slain. That's all found in the KJV, Dewey Reams, Revised Version, American Standard Version, NASB, the Net. So 50,070, or only 70 slain. That's the ESV, NIV, RSV, St. Joseph's, NAB, New Jerusalem. Or 75, the Voice says that. Or 70 men, 50 chief men, youngs. Or 70 men and 50 oxen, NKJV, or NLT footnote. So, I mean, what is it? And so 1 Samuel 6:19, King James Bible, NASB, Net, RV, ASV. And he smote of the people of Bethshemesh because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. Even he smote of the people 50,000, 70 men. The people lamented. The ESV 2:16, the NIV 2:11, because there's several of those now. Yeah, multiple. Let me just say that. Catholic St. Joseph, New American 1970, Catholic New Jerusalem, on and on. He struck 70 men of them, and the men mourned because the Lord had struck the people a great blow. Young's literal translation says 70 men, chief men, the Voice. And then he's got another link where he shows why the King James is correct. And I'm just putting that in here. So we're going to stop for today, but you can see that there's some tremendous in the Old Testament that many modern versions on an inconsistent basis depart from the Hebrew Masoretic text, which the King James translators would rightly follow. And these are huge differences, massive differences, especially when, you know, Jesus said his words were not going to pass away, jots and tittles weren't going to pass away, Paul's arguing on letters, and then as you read the Bible, when they're quoting itself, never any doubt that it's 100% exactly true, and the person writing it was who was writing it. So God bless. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.